As our guy C.J. Latirzo says, live, live, live. That's right, we're live on NASCAR.com. GarageCam presented by Mobile One from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And we're going to have a good time today on NASCAR's behind-the-scenes show. All access into the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series Garage. Showing the 3-car to start off the day here in Loudon, New Hampshire. Chuck Bush, C.J. Latirzo, join us on the ride. Use the hashtag GarageCam. We are not on Facebook Live today. We'll be next week at Indianapolis. But hey, use the hashtag GarageCam. Tell us who you are. Tell us where you're from. Well, there's only 140 characters, man. Ask a question. We like questions. If you want to ask Chuck about his incredible beard, go ahead. If you want to ask him about his Charlotte Knights hat, great. If you want to ask something about the 3-car or any other car, like the 42 of Kyle Larson, go ahead and do so. Well, let's start off over here because the big news this week, of course, after last week's race was the penalty handed down to the 42 team by NASCAR. NASCAR technical inspection going over the A-post of this car. There's been some work after inspection on the A-post of the number 42 car so far this morning. So the busy time in the garage area continues. Last week, they had problems in the front end, had to work on it all day in practice at Kentucky, had problems going through pre-qualifying tech, had problems going through pre-race tech. Of course, the penalty afterwards. This team docked 35 points. And crew chief Chad Johnston suspended for 3 races. Big deal. Illegal rear brake cooling assembly found afterwards when they took this puppy back to the NASCAR R&D Center. So Tony London will fill in this week and obviously probably for the next 2 weeks after that for Chad Johnston, who will be serving that 3-race suspension, the 42 car behind the 8 ball. And you know what that means, folks? He's not the points leader, okay? We've been used to seeing that 42 almost all season long on top of the points. Well, now the points leader, Marietta, New Jersey's Martin Truex Jr. That points infraction put this 78 team on top. They were on top last weekend on the pylon at the end of the race, and now on top of the point standings in the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series Garage. Working on tape on the front nose of this number 3 car as we get ready, and Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s nationwide ride. 2 more trips to New England, and talking to some New England local race fans last night. They are pumped up. They want Junior to get the W. He has yet to do so. 33 starts at the Magic Mile throughout his career and still have yet to get the win. 15 top 10 finishes, so about half of his finishes in the top 10. So consistency for Dale Earnhardt Jr., but he needs that checkered flag, especially if he wants to make the playoffs. Sorry, Chuck, I faked you out there. I pulled a Barry Sanders. No, not really. I can't pull a Barry Sanders. We all know that. The number 22 of Joey Logano, that number 22 being pushed by, 2-time winner at New Hampshire Motor Speedway and Connecticut native, up here this week doing some great charity things with the Joey Logano Foundation. If you haven't seen some of the work they do, it's not just all for write-offs and stuff. Like a lot of foundations have been in professional sports. The work that the Joey Logano Foundation does is spectacular. Make sure you go online and check it out. Let's give a big shout out this weekend to people that are very special to us in this garage area, and that is the Waltrip family. The passing of Margaret Waltrip, the matriarch of the Waltrip family, passed away this week. So our prayers are with the Waltrip family this week as we go along with business here in the NASCAR garage. A little bit of sprinkles, says weatherman Chuck Bush right now, but don't worry, the forecast is clear. The forecast is really hot coming up this weekend on Sunday, but cool temperatures greeting us in New Hampshire, and by God, I love it. Last night, there was people in hoodies. It was awesome. See if we see any driver spottings. We saw Truex, but he zoomed by us really quick. We'll hope to get him on the back end there. Number 13 of Ty Dillon. And of course, the other big news this weekend is in the 43 camp. Welcome back to driver Eric Amarola, testing at Charlotte Motor Speedway on Tuesday, and a successful test with this 43 team. And now Eric, as expected, is back behind the wheel of the Smithfield Bacon number 43. Of course, other news this weekend, they were expecting that Smithfield will return as a sponsor on this number 43 for the 2018 season, is what Richard Petty was quoted saying. And so all good news all around for this hard-working crew. Ben Runge under the right front there working, and great crew here with this Richard Petty team. But great to see Eric Amarola back after injuries sustained earlier this year. A quick comeback and a great comeback to see a great guy. I'll tell you what, though, I have to say, Bubba Wallace did a fantastic job filling in for Eric Amarola in this number 43, and a lot of people took notice of that. The number 95, Michael McDowell, man, he's had, I think, about like 9-10 DNFs here. Hasn't been the greatest track for this Arizona native, but looking to turn it around. McDowell saying that they've made some gains on their short track program and hoping that that pays dividends this week. And these guys are loose and having fun, especially after 2 weeks. That fourth place finish at Daytona, a big shot in the arm of confidence for this number 95 team. Oh, silly season has been unbelievable. If you follow NASCAR rumors, it's unreal. And this silly season rumor was put to rest by Chris Buescher this week. Word is that he plans to remain with the number 37 team with JTG Racing. Some changes possibly in the works within this organization, from what I am hearing, rumblings throughout this garage. So we will see what those are. Not at liberty to discuss them right now. Liberty tax on board the 37, of course. But the one change that you don't have to worry about is behind the wheel of this number 37. And Chris Buescher, the Texas native, who won in his rookie season last year at Pocono, will not be one of those changes. I had to throw in that pun. Use the hashtag GarageCam. Let's check it out. I think Chuck Bush is on the phone there, and he usually has my phone, taking pictures and being on Twitter, but guess what? It's in my pocket. Check this out, my lovely device here. We can get Chuck on here. He's watching on his phone. Let's just crowd Chuck and give him like 8 phones to deal with. The copy and paste is set up for you, bud. Here you go. I love it. Chuck Bush. You can catch Chuck Bush, of course, on the Glass Case of Emotion podcast with Ryan Blaney. Pretty cool. If you haven't listened to it, it's about as wide open as you'll get. And I listened to an episode on the plane. So great deal there. So make sure you check it out if you're a big NASCAR fan or a big Ryan Blaney fan. AJ Allmendinger, the number 47 with JTG Racing. The other big news this weekend coming with the 20 car right here. Of course, Matt Kenseth in Kentucky announcing that he doesn't have a ride for next year, doesn't know his future. Well, we do know the future of this number 20 car, and it is not with the Wisconsin driver. It is with a Michigan driver, and Eric Jones, the rookie, will be coming over from the 77 team that he's in this year to pilot that famed number 20 with Joe Gibbs Racing. Overton's big sponsor this weekend at Loudon, New Hampshire, and they are on the side of this David Reagan ride for Front Row Motorsports. David Reagan, the Georgia driver, with the seafood sponsor on the side, and great to see. And Bob Decker, truck driver, racer extraordinaire, keeping an eye out on the boys, making sure all the work's done. He looked like a supervisor there. The number 10 Aspen Dental ride of Danica Patrick. Lots of crew guys in here, and of course, there's some New Englanders as far as crew guys. We're live on GarageCam, and you a New Englander?
I happen to be, yeah.
All right, tell the fans back at home your name and what you do here on this 38 car.
My name is Eric Penza. I'm the interior guy.
Now, is it Menza?
What?
What's your last name? Menza?
Penza.
Penza. Is there an R at the end of it, or is it the New England accent where you drop the R?
Well, it depends on where we are.
Where you are?
If we're back home in Charlotte, it's Penza. But if you come back here, you might talk to some of the New Englanders, and they might attach an R to that A at the end there. We reverse our stuff here. Everything's backwards.
Okay, if you guys have a good practice, are you going to pull any Gronk smash celebrations? Because I know you're a big Gronk fan.
Yeah, I'm a big Gronk fan, big Patriots fan. I'm excited for training camp in a few weeks. So
What gets you excited about working on this car? Because you do the interior, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what gets you excited about your job here in the garage area?
Mainly working with David Reagan, one of the best guys I've ever had the privilege to work with, and just this front row team. You know, we've worked our butt off this year, and you know, we bounced back after a tough start, and you know, we got Overton's on the car, and they're the headliner this weekend for the racetrack. So you know, hopefully we can put on a good show for the sponsor, and you know, for my hometown fans, I guess you could say.
All right, I guess he has a few fans. All right, Penza. Hey, what's up? It's Nate right there, tire guy on the number 10. Check it out, Fisher plows on the side of this number 32 car of Matt DiBenedetto. I'll tell you what, you know what's really exciting is the fact that this 32 car this weekend has a bunch of local sponsors. Fisher Plows on it, Mike's Clam Shack from Maine. But the one that I'm excited about is the Rodfather. Check that out. That's pretty cool too. And there's Bentley's Saloon as well. And Bentley's Saloon, if you don't know Bentley Warren, you don't know racing. So if you don't know, look it up. There's a really cool book. Here's Bentley's Saloon on the left side of this car. And you see it's kind of a biker bar. But Bentley Warren is a New England legend. You should check out the book, a Bones Boucher book. Bentley's book is Wicked Fast, and it's on sale here actually at the Northeast Racing Museum, which is another subject. If you're up at Loudon and you don't see that museum, we're over there with Dick Bergen yesterday, just right on the corner of the grounds of New Hampshire Motor Speedway, an incredible museum of New England and Northeast racing history. So please, if you're in this area, you have to check it out. It's not your typical museum. Cole Witt, the number 72 car. Let's roll on through here. We got Reed Sorensen in the 15 this week. Corey LaJoy, welcome back to the Cup Garage. And, of course, his roots from New England. His grandfather, a famed racer in the Northeast, running at the Danbury Race Fair Arena. And his father, of course, former series champion, the Xfinity Series. Ryan Sieg back again with BK Racing. The number 33, the Hulu colors on board for Jeffrey Earnhardt. Josh Bilicki getting a chance in the number 51 car this weekend. Good to see that opportunity for Josh Bilicki, and Gray Galding will be the rookie competitor in this number 55. Walk out here to the Claw Baby. You see this right here? This is the inspection station that the cars go under, and that template gets dropped down on these race cars. I don't fit the templates. I got to go around them. We got anybody tagging in here? Let's see if we got anybody. Some people on hashtag GarageCam. Great to see. We got to give a shout out to Tigger because she was on last week and we didn't give her a shout out. Word to you, Tig, if you're watching. I just have, yeah, so. Trevor Bain, the number 6 car. Of course, Roush Fenway Racing, a big home race for them. Check it out. You see the rookie stripe on here? Well, I got to tell you about something here in the noise of the garage area. This rookie right here, the number 19 of Daniel Suarez, has had a pretty good season so far, Daniel Suarez from Mexico City. We have a star rookie class, of course, this year, the Sunoco rookie class. Make sure you check out on NASCAR.com our new Sunoco rookie pieces that are going to be on every weekend because they are pretty spectacular. It's kind of like a behind the scenes, like almost like Radioactive, but for the rookies, the Sunoco rookie class. So make sure you check that out every week on NASCAR.com. Daniel Suarez, 2 Xfinity Series starts here, a 3rd to 4th place finish. So he has success here, but more importantly, he has experience at, wow, it's loud. He has experience at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. You think, okay, 2 Xfinity starts, but it's a lot more, a lot deeper than that. The Can-Am East Series, 5 starts for this young race car driver. So seat time, so important at a place as tricky as this flat, challenging 1-mile oval. And Daniel Suarez may be a rookie, but he sure has it. It's loud. Oh my gosh, it's the pastor. He's been a faster pastor before. Lonnie Klaus live on NASCAR.com GarageCam. Hey, could you hold the mic for a second?
Yeah, absolutely.
You got something on your hat here. Can I rub it off?
Hey,
Can I rub this?
it's a beef.
I can't get it off.
Best team in the country right here,
man.
baby. That's right.
Are you going to the Yankees-Red Sox game?
No, I'm not going to swing it.
Oh, because you don't want to see the Yankees win.
Stop it.
Hey,
take your mic back.
Hey, tell the fans real quick, Lonnie, we always love being the behind-the-scenes show, introducing the crew guys and whatnot. What's your role in the garage area?
I happen to be one of the touring chaplains with Motor Racing Outreach, so I travel them around different racetracks with them and try to keep the boys out of trouble. And I love what I do. I'm here from New Hampshire's my home, so I had me a lobster roll last night, and I just loving being at home in New England.
You got it, buddy. All right, Lonnie. He does keep a lot of us out of trouble, and a great person and a great friend to so many of us in that garage that a lot of you fans at home wouldn't have ever get to really meet, but he's a great person. Anna Harvey, can we see the number 17? Yeah, you can. That's the two-time winner this year. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the Olive Branch, Mississippi driver, and this team, a home race for this organization. Of course, they're based out of Concord, North Carolina, but the Roush Fenway connection, New England, all behind this Fastenal number 17 and this driver locked into the playoffs in NASCAR. Speaking of strong rookies, we look at the number 77 now of Eric Jones. Second in his only NXS start, only has one start at the Magic Mile. A stark contrast from his rookie competitor of Daniel Suarez. But Eric Jones, of course, the big news this week that he will be piloting the number 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing in 2018. Ryan Blaney. Blaney's number 21 right there. And here comes the Ryan to the Blaney. All right, we'll see if we can get a question with the Ryan Blaney here. I said the Ryan Blaney. It's almost like the Ohio State.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I like that. It's a little too pretentious.
I don't either. Don't put me at that level.
Never again. Hey, let's give you a little trivia.
Yeah.
You followed around your dad and his racing career so much. What do you think? Who has a better finish at Loudon?
I think my dad.
Your dad. Yours was 11th.
Well, mine's 11th. Where'd he run?
9th place. I think it was 2006 in
Okay.
Bill Davis's car.
Okay, was that? I think that was the first year that he got the first pole ever for.
That was the year before, I believe.
Okay.
But that's okay.
Yeah, I don't want to say their name.
I mean, we're not that smart.
Yeah, I thought I was, but apparently not. But
So-
how are you?
Not too bad, but explain to the fans what it's like to come up to New England. And, it's so different than anywhere we go on our schedule.
Well, I'm a big seafood fan. So I went to.
I am too. I see food and I eat it.
Yeah. I went to Macris last night. You know Macris?
Yeah. Good lobster.
Amazing lobster, right? So that was the first time I ever had like a full lobster.
How big was it?
Pound and a quarter. Not bad.
That's kind of small.
Yeah, it's pretty small, but
Yeah.
I'm a small guy. I can't eat the whole thing. So that's the first time twisting the head off, getting all this stuff. But I think just one of the cool things is, if you like food, obviously. But the fans are cool here. I like the fans up here. We always get a lot of neat people. The accent is great.
It's wicked.
It's wicked awesome. And the racetrack's not too bad either. So those three things are pretty cool.
Speaking of the racetrack, real quick, the PC1 or whatever they call it now, used to be VHT, being laid down on the kind of like in the middle groove here. What do you think it's going to do to this racetrack?
Yeah, so we run pretty much in the second lane here, and they put it down in the first and the third lane. So they put it above and below where we normally run, and the modifieds were just out there.
Laying a different rubber down.
They had a different rubber down, and they were running in that third lane. So
Okay.
they were kind of activating it and
So putting those left side tires in it, or what do you
they were
think?
putting the whole car in it.
Really?
So,
Okay.
I don't really know what we'll put in it today. We'll mess around with it, and it's pretty cold, and they need heat to activate that stuff. So we'll see. I'm sure we'll get up in it today and mess around, but just changing up something is what NASCAR's been doing. I think that's for the better, for sure.
All right, well, we'll see, of course, because Sunday, it'll be a lot of heat activation. I think it's supposed to get up to like 90 degrees or so on Sunday, so it's a little cool this week, but Ryan Blaney, of course, we'll see what happens there with that new PC, whatever they call it, PC1 or PC4 or PC10 that they now put down on the racetrack. Used to be VHT. Blaine Smith, I would like to see the Wood Brothers car. Hey, there you go, Blaine. We got to show you that number 21 and talk to your favorite driver. Not a lot of drivers surfacing yet in the garage area, but we could sneak in the pit area right here of the 7-time champion Jimmy Johnson, a winner here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, of course. Russell Simpson right here, longtime New England native and modified guy, cut his teeth working on modifieds up here in the Northeast, and now a veteran tire specialist in the NASCAR garage. I think this is the crew guy show, man. This week we're introducing some true behind-the-scenes people this weekend. Brad Keselowski, the number 2 car. Brad Keselowski, I'll tell you what, unbelievable statistics for Brad Keselowski, the driver here at Penske Racing. He's got a win here in 2014, yada, 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 but 11 top 15 finishes in a row at New Hampshire. So if you play NASCAR Fantasy Live on NASCAR.com, this is a driver you need to have on your roster. Yeah, he's only got 1 lobster, but his statistics and consistency is off the chart. Kevin Harvick and Clint Bowyer having a little pre-practice conversation. Mike Bagarvitz. Bugga. The hardest name in the garage. And his driver, Clint Bowyer, talking. It was great to see Mike at Mahoning Valley Speedway, a place that he knows so well in Pennsylvania the other week, taking in some short track racing action. Clint Bowyer. Here's the Nature's Bakery paint scheme for Clint Bowyer this weekend. Rocking the orange and blue. Last week, the scheme was on the Danica Patrick car. Think has the best driver rating in this garage? People say, well, maybe Jimmy Johnson or Matt Kenseth has a pretty stout little record here with 3 wins at NHMS. But surprisingly enough, it's neither of them. Denny Hamlin, yeah, he's got 2 wins here in New Hampshire, but his driver rating, 102.7. That's not just a radio station, man. On Long Island, that was one of my favorites. But Denny Hamlin, unbelievable driver rating, the best of anybody in this series. So we talk about statistics and whatnot, and algorithms. No, we won't talk about that. But Denny Hamlin and this FedEx crew is definitely a favorite when we come up to New England. The number 1 of Jamie Mack. Here comes the Mack. I caught him today, maybe. Maybe not. We'll see if we can grab a question with Jamie Mack here now. Oh, Jamie didn't want to talk. That's okay. Gear wrench on the number 1. And there's Trevor Bayne, the performance number 6 car, walking through the garage area. Clint Bowyer signing some autographs for some fans here. What's up, Clint? Doing the backwards walk. Don't make me walk fast. You know I don't have speed like you, man. But hey, what do you think this this VHT treatment is going to do to this track? Because it's kind of different than some of the places we've gone to, being that we're on a 1-mile short track and
well,
they laid it down to
it's traction compound, so I'm looking for big things out of traction. Built-in device that we've created, but man, you know, this track's always been a fun track for me. I love this place up here. It's always been a little narrow, though. Passing's been hard. I think it could be a good thing and make some better passing.
What do you think? This place is such a delicate balance of, you know, kind of patience and hustle to get this car around these flat corners.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's a flat track, long cornered flat track. You know, for the most part, for a racetrack, the corners are really long. You got to roll that center. You got to be able to get on the gas sooner than the guy beside you, and race hard. But I think that's what the VHT could do for us, is create that guy beside you more than we've seen in the past.
Thank you, Clint. We appreciate it. Clint Bowyer signing some autographs for some race fans. Hey, we finally got a driver. Seemed like we were going to be the driverless show today. I didn't want to do that to y'all. Watching live on NASCAR.com. Let's walk over to the main section of the garage area again. Ryan Newman, this is one of the busiest guys in the garage area because he's running the modified race as well, Ryan Newman. And Kevin Bono Magnon's car. all the cameras right now are in this garage area around the number 4 of Kevin Harvick as he gets his helmet and Hans device on to get ready to get into that Busch beer number 4. Kevin Harvick, 32 starts here, 2 NHMS wins for Harvick. Anna Harvey checking in. Tigra, tell Kevin I said congrats on the announcement of the new baby girl, and that is great to see right there. Of course, love seeing the number 24 car, says KB9ZDS. And guess what? Your 24 car is right here. Chase Elliott, or Clyde right there, the Georgia native. And there is the office of your favorite driver inside as we're minutes away from getting practice underway at New Hampshire Motor Speedway as we stroll through the number 18's pit. Really interesting post on Instagram the other day by Samantha Bush with Kurt and Kyle teaching Brexton some tips in his motorized vehicle. That was a lot of fun to watch if you're big social media followers, of course. That's always a really cool one to see. This number 18 team and the Joe Gibbs organization still hunting for that first win, the only Toyota winner this year, the 3-time winner, of course, Martin Truex Jr. Kyle Busch trying to get this done. Race last night at Thunder Road Speed Bowl. Thunder Road up in Barry, Vermont, the place that Ken Squire started. Of course, NASCAR Hall of Famer Ken Squire. And a great show last night. Packed house up in the woods of Vermont, and Kyle Busch having a pretty strong run up there. Didn't win the race, but what a tricky, beautiful racetrack that is up there, and unbelievable show they put on. Kyle Busch, a short tracker at heart. There's a number 42 car of Kyle Larson. '78 Wix Filters paint scheme for Martin Truex Jr. this week. Kind of a home race for Truex. His family with so much success here. About the only family member that didn't race up here was Barney Truex back in the day. The car's rolling out early for practice. Eric Amarola really wants to get back on the track. He was the first one to roll out of this garage area super early. Eric's really anxious, I think. Superstar PR guy, Dave Ferroni, having a late breakfast. PR for Martin Truex Jr. Any questions on Twitter, we'd love to have them. Hopefully we'll be, it looks like we'll be back on Facebook Live next week. So we'll be simulcasting on NASCAR.com and on Facebook Live, so that'll be awesome to see. The number 42 car of Kyle Larson alongside. Larson about to strap into his car for practice. The 42 has had their handful in technical inspection, and even in the garage this morning doing some modifications to the left side A-post of that number 42 car, sanding it and getting that thing to fit the templates this morning. It's been a challenge for this team. Of course, a very challenging week, and Tony London takes over for the suspended crew chief of Chad Johnston. So London at the helm of this team that has been so successful thus far in the 2017 season. Number 78 of Martin Truex Jr. The Truex family about to hit their 79th start at Loudon. I want to talk about history. His dad, 32 Busch North starts, now the K&N East Series, 1994 winner. So Martin Truex Jr. carrying on that family legacy, and he will become the guy that races the most as far as the Truex family. Between he and his father and his brother and everybody, he will now be the guy, the veteran of the Truex family at Loudon, New Hampshire. So the 78, let's see if they could get a dominant weekend like they did. He doesn't have a win here at Loudon. Of course, this is a place that's so important to him. He'd love to pick up that first win this weekend. This team, the 78, is rolling with 3 wins on the season and about 25,342 stage wins. So we'll see what happens. We're about to start practice here, says Chuck Busch. A little bit of a delay. The lights are not on yet for practice. but I think we're going to be rolling here in a second. Yeah, make sure you check out 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, GarageCam and the NASCAR Xfinity Series. We'll have a blast over there, man. I promise you. Make sure to dial it in on NASCAR.com. Leave it logged on all weekend on NASCAR.com for all your news. I'm Matthew Dillner, your host, and until next time, we'll see you at the races.